I'm saying right now that GM got the better of the deal.
Hey, I'm Steven and this is Solving the Money Problem. If you're new, welcome. If you're not, welcome back. Here we are again talking about Nikola Motor and an interesting announcement. GM partnership to build the Badger, but there's a few more details worth discussing. So let's see what they had to say. I'll add a few comments where I think it's relevant, but first, hey guys, if you're in the US and you'd like to help out the channel and get a free stock, check out the link in the description to WeBull. If you open a new account and fund it with $100, you'll get a free stock valued up to $1,600. And if you're in Australia, the UK or New Zealand, you can get a free stock with stake, also using the link in the description. Let's get back to it.
Welcome back to Squawk Box. Nikola forming a strategic partnership with General Motors this morning. Nikola Badger will be engineered and manufactured by GM. GM getting an 11% ownership stake in Nikola as a result, and the right to nominate one director to the board. Joining us right now to talk all about it is Trevor Milton, founder and executive chairman of Nikola, and Mary Barra, CEO of GM. Good morning to both of you. I'm going to start on the GM side, if I could, Mary, and try to get a sense of how you were thinking about this partnership and why you ended up deciding to do this. And then I want to get to Trevor on what it really means.
Well, thanks, Andrew. And we're very excited to be partnering with Nikola when we look at the opportunity to continue to leverage our technology, the Ultium battery platform system, as well as the Hydrotech fuel cell technology. This is a wonderful validation of our technology and then bringing our engineering and manufacturing expertise to the table.
Now, I don't want to come across as too negative here, but we do need to think a little bit here. Trevor Milton from Nikola has been claiming for years they've got great fuel cell technology, they've got groundbreaking batteries with incredible energy density, showed this off in presentations claiming they had an off-road vehicle that with a similar sized battery pack to a Model S would achieve similar range. It's now half the range with a larger battery pack. Why isn't Nikola bringing any of its amazing technology, its propulsion technology, its battery, its fuel cell into this deal?
Is it possible they don't have any technology?
I didn't say that out loud. You guys hallucinated that.
So Trevor, I know you were looking for a manufacturing partner for quite some time. In terms of this transaction, just break it down for us. Our understanding is that GM is going to receive a $2 billion equity stake in the company. I assume that's at the valuation prior to the move this morning. And we're looking at your stock, by the way, moving 45% right now on this news. GM is up 8%. Is that right?
Yeah, I mean, look, we had 4 or 5 different OEMs we analyzed who would be the best one for Nikola to build the Badger, and GM was very unique to us because they brought a lot more than just building the Badger. The whole world was waiting for us to tell them who we were working with to build the most amazing electric pickup truck and hydrogen fuel cell pickup truck in the world, and GM was definitely the top of our list. And after I got to know Mary Moore and their whole entire team, it was just absolutely the right decision for the company to do. I mean, it's a perfect relationship. They're one of the best purchasers, manufacturers, engineering houses in the entire planet, and they're working with Nikola with all of our intellectual property, combining it with what they're doing. The Badger is truly going to be one of the most amazing vehicles ever built, and it complements their existing powertrain. So they get an 11% stake in the company, and throughout our agreement with GM, we're going to see somewhere between a $4 and $5 billion savings just in battery costs alone. So for us, it was a no-brainer, and for GM, it's a great way to help cross-utilize everything we're doing, everything they're doing. It's just really a perfect relationship without hurting each other.
Hey, Trevor, real quick, are you anticipating that GM will always be your manufacturer? Do you ever anticipate manufacturing these vehicles on your own?
No, we do not want to make our own truck lines. I mean, this is what GM's so good at. I mean, it's billions and billions of dollars. It's going to be built at their plant, engineered, validated, and tested with their team as well. So we get access to their entire supply chain, the team that has built some of the best programs in the world, the Silverados, the Hummers, I mean, everything. They've got the best of the best. And they're going to be building our trucks out of their plant. And that was the idea, is to save Nikola billions of dollars while still being able to grow with someone that doesn't conflict with our DNA.
I have to give credit where it's due. Well done to Nikola. This is a big partnership, and if it plays out and pans out, it's going to be very good for both companies.
Mary, as part of this deal, GM says it expects to receive in excess of $4 billion of benefits, what you're calling benefits, between the equity value. So We'll call that the $2 billion value, along with contract manufacturing of the Badger. So I'm assuming those are going to be contracts that Nikola is going to be paying you. Is that right?
Sure. In addition to all the technology that we're bringing in, the value from both an Ultium and a Hydrotech technology perspective, there also then is we'll be doing the manufacturing and validation and engineering. So all of that comes together. And again, it's for the Badger, but it's also for the fuel cell technology for the Nikola products in the Class 7 and 8 truck business. So this is a huge growth opportunity for us. And as Trevor said, as we started to talk, we realized we shared a common vision of the world of creating an all-electric future.
Does anyone really buy GM's vision of an all-electric future? That's why they were so proactively trying to transition towards electric vehicles for the last decade and a half. Oh, they weren't, were they? That's interesting, isn't it? Is it possible there's been a forcing factor that's now forced them to move towards this electric future rather than by choice, by that being their vision, out of necessity to survive, to avoid bankruptcy, because Tesla's come in and said, well, you guys suck, we're going to make something that's better and electric, so you have to do the same or you go out of business. Let me know in the comments.
The teams have already begun discussions, and there's really good chemistry between the technical teams. So we couldn't be more excited about working with Nikola.
And Mary, just so I understand, while Nikola is going to be using some of your technology, are you going to be allowed to use some of their technology in your trucks?
Well, I think, the Badger truck and then the Class 7 and 8 trucks are going to be leveraging our propulsion technology, both Ultium and the Hydrotech. So that's really going to be the foundation. As we go forward, we may find other areas that we can collaborate and share, but that's the foundation that we're building off of right now.
And then one related question. I see you're going to get a board seat on this company, the General Motors will. Is there any opportunity for GM, or like a first look opportunity to ultimately buy out this company and take it inside of General Motors?
I think we're very focused right now on working in partnership with Trevor, his team. They've got a strong team and a great vision, and that's what our focus is working together and seeing both companies grow.
All right, we're going to go a little bit deeper now, look into some of the reasons and potential motivations behind this deal.
We had Trevor Milton on not that long ago, a month or so ago. We gave him a hard time. We said he's got to deliver. This was number one on his list. An original equipment manufacturer for the Badger, and it would appear that he has delivered, at least on this front. And of course, as you see, shareholders also seem to agree. $2 billion in newly issued common stock to GM for what they're calling the in-kind services and access to GM's global safety tested and validated parts and components. That will have a lockup provision along with it, by the way, and GM will engineer, homologate, validate, and manufacture the Badger battery, electric, and fuel cell versions. It's an interesting move for GM as well. I mean, we can get caught up in Nikola and that stock, Jim, but let's not forget the ambitions of Mary Barra.
Well, I think this certainly would make it so she can spin off Ultium, and also the Hydrotech fuel cell tech. I mean, this is a good reason to own GM, I guess, if you think they're going to split it off. As far as the Honey Badger, I don't really know what they get for GM. What does GM get? I mean, they get a list? What does GM get out of Nikola other than David, help me here. Nikola has a list of customers, right, for the Honey Badger?
Yes.
I don't care.
Okay. Why not?
Because the Honey Badger don't care. There is no reason to. What is Nikola? What are they like? Here we go. I mean, let's just team up with GM and we will have I don't know. What do they do? They make the outside of the truck? I mean.
You know what I think? I think GM is just after some of that EV clout, that green clout. Oh, look at us, electric future. Yeah. It's an extremely low risk. In fact, no risk commitment from GM. They literally spend nothing, get $2 billion worth of Nikola, an 11% stake in this company for nothing, and then a commitment that they will build the Badger, assuming it's successful, right? See, if the Badger is a total failure and no one buys it, no one gives a fuck, it's no big deal for GM.
Well, they make a lot of the truck. I mean, in fact, it also utilizes their fuel cell technology to the Class 7-8 semi-truck market, and they say represents a high-volume commercialization of its leading Hydrotech fuel cell system and complements the company's battery electric propulsion.
Well, I just think that
right, for no cash.
All the things that GM gives them are worth a lot more than what Nikola gives to GM, I think, other than a veneer of, hey, we're cool. At the end of the day, I want to know whether GM's going to spin off this unit. If they spin off this unit, then we've got some value. But otherwise, it's just the same old, look, I got to be cool and Ford. I'm not as cool as Tesla.
Jim has hit the nail on the head, in my opinion. There's two key reasons why GM have agreed to this partnership in which Nikola brings approximately nothing to the table apart from a few computer-generated images of their Badger truck. GM now gets the appearance of caring about the future of electric vehicles and the environment while still maintaining the ability to manufacture their disgusting, polluting internal combustion engine vehicles. And they have the opportunity in the future, maybe they can spin off their EV company into its own startup, which I've mentioned before is one of the ways that OEMs are going to potentially survive bankruptcy this decade. They either partner, merge, get acquired, or spin off an electric vehicle company and use that to put their main company out of business. In a nutshell, GM is effectively using Nikola, in my opinion, but Nikola is using GM as well. Let me explain. Nikola Motor has an extremely unusual executive compensation plan in which their entire compensation package is tied to the market cap of the company. There's some goals. If you guys want to read the SEC filings, go for your life. Here is the short story. They've already met their goal for a gigantic multi-$100 million payout in a few years' time. The only requirement left is to still be employed by Nikola at that point in time. So providing Nikola doesn't go bankrupt and Trevor is still an employee of Nikola in a few years' time, the man is getting paid. So when you think about it, would it really surprise you that Nikola is willing to give away an 11% stake in the company and have somebody else do everything for them? If it doesn't work out, that's okay, it's all in the future. And when we look at their timelines for having ramp production of their future products, isn't it an interesting coincidence that all of that falls after the payday? I mean, total coincidence, I know, but you ever get the feeling that just kind of pushing stuff out into the future a little bit? Oh yeah, just keep pushing it forward. Yep, we'll announce another deal. Yep, that's right. Don't worry. Yeah, we've got the best battery in the world, we promise. Oh wait, we're partnering with GM. We're going to use their battery because our battery, even though it's the best thing in the world, we're not going to use it. Oh, we're going to use their fuel cell, even though we're a fuel cell truck business. What's the fuck's going on? Very suspicious here, guys. Now keep this in mind. This is all my opinion, conjecture. I'm hallucinating. Don't believe anything I say. Verify everything yourself. I'm obviously just high and making stuff up and totally off the mark here. Let's continue with the video.
But it's a significant partnership, Jim. I don't think you should just, throw it away. I mean, they own 11% of the company. They are commercializing battery technology together. GM is going to be able to use what it develops over a broader product portfolio over time. And it puts a significant vehicle on the road for Nikola, beyond its hydrogen big trucks and its fuel cell, remember it's a vertical system that it's got. Beyond that.
I think it's just, all I'm saying is that GM got a great deal. GM can now do something. It's got validated its EV technology. But what happens to Nikola next? Well, you read that Amazon, because you watch those ads, Amazon's going to be green, Carl, in 2025, and they're going to use a lot of these kind of trucks. And you see all these Amazon trucks on the road. Hey, you know what? They announced that they buy some Nikola trucks, and then you find, well, you know what? I guess this is just good for everybody. I'm saying right now that GM got the better of the deal. Because GM just got validation of their EV, and it puts them like NIO, it puts them like Tesla, and everybody wants to be Tesla except for today.
Jim has nailed it, in my opinion. It's all upside for GM. Zero risk. They put no money down. They get a $2 billion stake in a company that may or may not be headed for bankruptcy in the future. They look good. They appear to give a shit about the future, the environment, electric vehicles, etc. And on the odd chance that things work out, GM has the possibility of either acquiring Nikola in the future or spinning off this project as its own company and eventually using that to bankrupt the GM core business. These certainly are strange times we are living in. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. What do you guys think about this deal? Does it make sense? Are either company using one another? Are they collaborating? Is there a net benefit to both? Why else would they have done this partnership? And is it possible that we'll never actually see any Badgers running off production lines because by the time they're ready to be produced, everyone's been paid, fucked off, there's a new board, and they're going to be blamed for the company's failure? I didn't say that out loud. I'm Stephen Mark Ryan. This is Solving the Money Problem, and I love you all. And don't forget your free stocks with WeBull and stake using the links below. Deposit $100 in your WeBull account and you'll get a free stock valued up to $1,600, and stake, spin the roulette wheel, you'll either get Nike, GoPro or Dropbox. Thanks so much for watching. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And of course, if you have any ideas for future videos, let me know. I read all your comments. P.S. If you're still watching, you're awesome. If you'd like early access, exclusive videos, regular Q&As, our private Discord server and more, consider supporting the channel at patreon.com/solvingthemoneyproblem so I can keep creating content for you guys. There's a link in the description. You can now also become a member of the channel for some exclusive perks. To learn more, click the join button next to subscribe. And don't forget to check out our merch store. Either way, the best form of support is you being here and watching, so thanks again.